Apple are looking to make a new budget MacBook that will cost around $699 and it'll be coming in 2024. Today I want to cover what this new MacBook SE will do for us, giving you everything on the specs and the latest on the MacBook SE release date and price too. So first of all, let's talk about why this MacBook SE could be coming. Now, if you've been following Apple's progress of sales over the last year or two, you will know that the M1 MacBooks were a massive hit when they came out during the pandemic time. However, not many other people have bought as many, say, M2 or M2 Pro and so on and so forth MacBooks or Macs over the last sort of 18 months or so. Apple in their sales report have been hoping that they were selling a few more than they actually did. And they're hoping that obviously with the new M3 Macs that there will be a better sale increase in this area. But one of the MacBooks that has been sold since 2020 is the M1 MacBook Air. And to be deadly honest, now it is starting to show its age a little bit. And this does need to be replaced, especially say if next year we start the M4 journey instead. We will need to actually replace this MacBook with something brand new. So instead of just sticking a M2 chipset, say in that design of that MacBook Air, we've been told from a report here that Apple are looking to make a budget MacBook Air tweaked on the old design that we have seen before. This design here, if you recognize it, is quite familiar because actually it's a tweaked design of the 2015 MacBook that had a 12-inch display and also was the first MacBook to have a USB-C port on the side of it. It's very possible that Apple could tweak this design and add, say, a MagSafe port and keep that one USB-C port, then put a notch on the top of the screen and put a 1080p camera inside of it, and then also put a better keyboard inside of the design because the butterfly keyboard that came with it failed quite often, to be fair. Apple could also put the likes of, like I said, the M2 chipset inside this MacBook and sell it as just the MacBook, or even call it the MacBook SE. There are loads of other things I could talk about with this MacBook, but I'm going to have to cover them in another video. So make sure you haven't done so already, subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell because I'll be giving you more details in other videos. But don't forget also, guys, in a minute I'll also go over the actual specs that we know so far for this MacBook. This also leads me nicely on to say that not all reports and leaks are 100% proof that they will come true, that this new MacBook will even come. I only can present to you of what I've been told and shown and what I'm showing you right here. However, if you are still watching this video, then you're as curious as I am in knowing what is being said about the next MacBook anyway, and also we'll have to find out what the overall design will look like when it actually is released. So then guys, next of all, I want to talk to you about the brand new giveaway that we are having on this channel right now. And that giveaway is for this. This is for a MacBook Air. And I'm going to be giving this away to one lucky subscriber at the end of March 2024. We just had the other giveaway for the iPhone 15 Pro Max. We had a lot of fun there on the live stream. And we're going to be giving away this MacBook Air now instead. And this isn't just any MacBook Air. This is obviously the new one with the M2 chipset inside of it, but what also makes this one special is this one has actually 16 gigabytes of RAM inside of it and also has 512 gigabytes of storage too, so it's had some great upgrades inside of it. And if you want to be in the chance to get your hands on this new MacBook Air, all you have to do is you have to write down in the comments below of this video of what Apple gear or what technology gear you're planning to buy in 2024. It doesn't have to be Apple gear, like it could be any kind of gear. Write it down in the comments below. And also at the same time as well, I'm going to be doing another live stream at the end of March to announce who the winner is of this MacBook Air. So if you are new here, make sure that you subscribe to the channel and also to hit that notification bell because you'll want to know the details of when that live stream is going to be happening. Something else I just want to quickly also mention to you guys, sadly there are still lots of scammers, spammers, people still impersonating me, still in 2024. Please do report them as you're seeing right here because it would really help. So then, next of all, let's talk about the release date. Now, this really does mainly depend on how well those initial sales of the M3 go, and it depends on if this MacBook is even going to be creative. If Apple are doing so well with their M3 devices and selling really well, and also say that the sales of the M1 MacBook Air go down and they sell, say, more M2 MacBook Airs instead, then Apple might not even push out this device. But if the opposite happens, the M3 doesn't go as well, people are still buying that M1 MacBook Air or even the M2 MacBook Airs, then this could actually push Apple to bring in this new MacBook SE model. With this then, most likely that any budget MacBook is not going to be coming until after summer in 2024. So the earliest we'll see this new MacBook, if it does even come, will be October or November next year. Apple, like in 2023, are most likely to hold an event around this time, and we're expected to either see the M4 MacBooks around this time, or even we may even see them in spring 2025. And if this does happen, it's expected that this new budget MacBook is expected to be announced just before that, to stop any light being taken away of all the sort of power and performance of the M4 series of the new Mac devices that will have those chips inside of it. So with that out of the way, let's now talk about the specs of this new MacBook SE that is coming out and what we know so far. So if it is going to be using that old MacBook design, then we do actually know quite a bit about this. So we know it's actually a 12-inch LED Retina display, and the resolution of that one is 2304 by 1440. Don't expect it to be a ProMotion display. It will be a 60 Hz display. At the end of the day, this is, like I say, the budget MacBook. So do not expect all singing, all dancing specs inside of it. It's just enough to get you into the MacBook family. And with that then, guys, what you're going to get is you're going to get 256 gigabytes of storage or a 512 gigabyte storage option, most likely. And then, like we said, we will not get one of the newest chipset inside of it. We'll probably still just have an M2 chipset. And remember, guys, this will probably just coming out before even the M4 comes out. So with that, you will either have the 8-core CPU, and this will come with either a choice of the 10 or the 12-core GPU. It's most likely this will still be a fanless design like the MacBook Air, because this can do that, so we're expecting that. And also for RAM options, it will either be 8 or 16 gigabytes of RAM. It's unlikely it will even feature the 24 gigabyte that you can get on a MacBook Air, because at the end of the day, like I say, this is meant to be a budget MacBook. The actual design will be an aluminium design or aluminum body design. We'll have one MagSafe port and probably just one USB-C port too, with that on the actual side of the MacBook. We will also probably still get the headphone port and everything like that, but the colors will probably just be standard space gray, silver and gold, and then the tweak design will actually have that center stage webcam that will be a 1080p webcam in the top there. The battery life is expected to be up to about 15 hours, because at the end of the day, the smaller MacBook Air gets up to 18 hours, and this is a slightly smaller design, so we're expecting to get 15 hours with that M2 chipset. And then the price with an 8 gigabytes of RAM and that standard 256 gigabytes of storage, and also the smallest M2 chipset inside of it with just the 10-core GPU, expect prices to start at $699 US. Or if you wanted to go for the 512 gigabyte option, still with 8 gigabytes of RAM, it'll probably cost you about $899 US. But there we go, that is a summary of the new MacBook or MacBook SE, and for my thoughts, I'm super excited to see a MacBook like this. The last time we actually had a budget MacBook stopped back in 2012, and this was a plastic white design. Now obviously Apple did bring out a new MacBook, that's what they just called it, and this was the one that was in 2015 and also updated in 2017, and this is the design you can see here. But at the time when that came out, that was actually even more expensive than the MacBook Air that was out at that time. But I would love to know what your thoughts are on this new MacBook, and also would you be interested in buying one like this? Let me know in the comments below. And on top of that as well, guys, it's time to wrap up this video, so if you have enjoyed watching it, please make sure you like this video, and at the same time you want to hear the latest Apple news, reviews and comparisons, please also make sure you subscribe to this channel and also hit that notification bell. Until next time, guys, I'll see you really soon. Take care. Bye bye.